What is up? Hopefully, everybody's having a good new year, had a good New Year's Eve, good Christmas. I just got done watching season 4 of Cobra Kai, and I wanted to do a review on it. Just a quick disclaimer, this is a spoiler review. So if you have not seen season 4 or any of the previous seasons, I would hold off on watching this till you get a chance to catch up with that. But let's get it going. So overall, I really enjoyed season 4. So starting off the pros, I liked Daniel and Johnny trying to work together and bring the two dojos together, and them trying to find some kind of common ground to get past all the history that they have. For whatever reason, they're still unable to coexist together. They're basically oil and water. Of course, I have to say this because this has been one of my favorite characters, if not the favorite character in the entire franchise series, you name it. Terry freaking Silver is back. And man, he is badder than ever. And I thought the end of season 3 with the teaser of John calling who we assumed Terry wasn't going to happen. But oh no. They throw you right into the scene on the other end of the call that John makes, and it's Terry. And he hangs up on him, which is something that I did not anticipate. I thought, maybe he would answer and immediately, it'd be like old times. But it turns out Terry has, reformed himself and tried to purge all the memories of Vietnam and everything that happened previously in Karate Kid 3. And he realized, he had become a monster and something that he did not like and he wasn't proud of. And he even has a montage explaining the events of Karate Kid 3 and how he was all hopped up on cocaine in the 80s and hell bent on revenge against a high school kid that he didn't even know and just tried to ruin his life, and how he was out of control. And we get John Kreese stirring the pot and trying to get him to come back to Cobra Kai and get him back in that mode in the beginning. And honestly, his character arc is probably my favorite out of any of the characters in the entire series, because it doesn't start with him being bad. It's an evolution as it goes throughout the season. And you kind of see him make that switch when John comes back and he starts kind of looking at things and questioning if he really is happy with the life that he's living and the person that he is. And John Kreese is a master manipulator, and he knows how to manipulate Terry as well. And how great was that? I got goosebumps when Terry gets that hair tie and he puts it back into that vintage ponytail. Like that, to me, that was just I felt like I was back, in the theater again as a kid, because I just was so excited to have that back. And like I've been shouting this ever since I was a kid. And if you've seen some of my videos, I'm just an ultra diehard fanboy, super fan of Terry Silver. And his character is just so over the top, so insane, so intense, and I just absolutely love it. And I feel like finally people get to see, maybe who really didn't like Karate Kid 3 or didn't give it a chance. People are getting to see, kind of that person and that character. And I almost feel vindicated finally, like, yes, like now you see why I love that movie and that character so much, cuz he's so badass. Like he's such an evil character, but he's so great. And as usual, the music for this season was top notch. We get Daniel introducing Miguel to the non-rock side of the 80s, which I loved, that they were talking about Christopher Cross and Peter Cetera and Chicago, and we get the moment of truth sung by Carrie Underwood, which I wasn't sure how it was gonna go, but I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was cool that they paid homage to that song that's on at the very end of Karate Kid. But the score, the music to this season, they never let down. They really do a great job in setting the scene not just with the actors, but with the music and the sound that they put to it. It really kind of paints the picture and, sets up the background for what's going on. So the writers, also another pro, the writers, they're just absolutely incredible. Those guys are so good at what they do, and they are the kings of the bait and switch and leading you down a way and get you thinking one way, and then boom, they completely switch it up. They're very good at evoking emotion and feelings in the viewers. Two thumbs up to them. When Johnny gets his ass kicked by Terry Silver, who we finally see, like, he can kick John's ass, he can kick Johnny's ass, he can kick all their asses. Terry Silver is the supreme karate master. I gotta say, the scene, and I'm not gonna lie, I did cry when Miguel brought Johnny into his room and, he told Johnny that he loved him. And Johnny responds back with, "I love you too, Robbie." That broke my freaking heart. And you see the character of Miguel just completely broke, and his whole world has kind of been unraveled because he thought, Johnny was talking to him. So that was one for me, one of the most emotional scenes in the entire series. I gotta say, I was not a huge fan of Robbie in season 3. I thought they did a good job in season 4. I enjoyed his character a lot more than I did previously, so that was good. Humor, another pro. The humor in this show is spot on. Nothing feels, forced or having stupid punchlines in places for the sake of a joke. Like it all seems like it works well. There's a time for serious and there's a time for jokes. And the writers and directors, they do a good job of balancing the two. And as usual, they leave you with another cliffhanger. And they are the masters of the cliffhanger at the end of seasons. So this one left me really, really excited of what is to happen in season 5. Another pro, we get Stingray back. I love that character. He's like the goofy fat guy who, he's a big kid. He's just a big kid that never grew up, and he's a lovable character, and I'm glad that we see him again. Happy about that. The last positive, it was nice to see Daniel finally come to a point and admit that, his philosophy and the philosophy that he had been taught, maybe that's not the be all end all, and there are other ways. Oh, I forgot, having Louis back. Love seeing him. Louis a great character. So it was nice to see him and Mrs. LaRusso, as always. So for the cons, the things I didn't really care for, not necessarily things I didn't like. The later episodes, I didn't feel as good about some of those later episodes, like maybe 7 through 9, I think. I'd have to go back over it again, but there was just a point to where I was kind of like, oh, okay, let's get past this. I did not like the skills competition. I wasn't sure what the All Valley's big reveal was going to be, but I did not like it. To me, I felt like it was time filler. It just didn't really add much from a story standpoint. I just, blah. The tournament felt really, really long. I was actually stunned at how long the episode for the tournament was. It felt like it was forever. I think you can only spend so much time on a tournament. Another negative. Not so much a negative, but just a nitpick, I guess. I'm a little uncertain how I feel about, Miguel leaving at the end to go try to find his father and his place. And, I get you can only do so much with a certain character and you have to kind of change something up, but I don't know. Wasn't a huge fan of it, and I'm just uncertain if I like where that's going. Another nitpick or con, I'm still not a huge fan of Sam. I just think she's, the Miss Goody Goody rich, and they really, really reinforce it in this one. She gets her way. She's somebody who's kind of always been flip-flopping back and forth with boyfriends, and, everything is woe is me with her. She just comes off this rich girl. She's a pot stirrer. She's an instigator. You see it a lot in this, and also you see it with her brother, Anthony, who I don't like his character. I never liked his character. There's nothing redeeming about him. I think that's what they're going for, but he's a turd. And, it was hard to watch some of the the bullying that he did in the beginning, because you want him to get his ass kicked. And even in the end, I was rooting for Kenny to kick his ass. There's just no point. I really felt sorry or any sad feelings for Anthony, because he deserves everything that he got, because he was being a little prick the whole time. Lastly, I wanted Mike Barnes in this season. I understand why they didn't do it, and I get it, and I'm okay with it. I'm such a Mike Barnes fan that I understand it, but I wanted to see that character, or even just a snippet of him. So, going forward, the future of Cobra Kai Season 5, we see John go to jail as Terry double-crossed him and set him up, which was something that I had never envisioned, and you get this ultra evil, maniacal Terry that we hadn't seen. And this is beyond what we had saw with Karate Kid 3, because now he's double-crossing his own friends, people that he kind of owed life debt to, and he set John up. And we see, and I just absolutely love the comment, and I gotta believe that's a direct kind of wink to Mike Barnes when he says, I got a few friends that I can call to help out with the dojo. So I'm thinking for sure it's got to be Mike Barnes, and probably Snake maybe. I can't wait to see what Season 5 has if they have Mike Barnes back. I'm going to be the happiest man in the world. It'll be interesting to see where they go with the story, with John going to jail, I'm assuming, and then Terry taking over Cobra Kai going forward, and having Daniel reaching out, which I didn't mention this earlier. We have Daniel reaching out to Chosen at the end to help him take down Cobra Kai, because he wasn't able to, with just the help of Johnny. So we get to see him Season 5. So that's going to be ultra exciting. Overall, love the season. As always, I can't wait to see the next one. And, let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think about the season. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, what are the things that you wish they would have changed or done differently? Let me know in the comments below. As usual, everyone stay safe, take care, thank you, and have a good day.